So we've got our blocks, we've got whatever you need to make your practice work for you. If you need a pillow, whatever you need. So we've got block, strap, pillow, anything around you. You've got your nice chair. So sitting it up, oh, that feels good. Sitting it up nice and tall in the chair. Trying not to use the back of the chair yet. We'll use that later. Trying to engage our core as we begin this nice little warm up. So sitting at the center of our chair, maybe even towards the front so that your feet can be flat on the floor or flat on your mat. And sitting that up tall. Think about the crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling, lengthening through the spine. And let's begin by rolling our shoulders back. So let's go ahead and make some nice shoulder rolls here. So rolling that back. And then let's go ahead and roll those shoulders forward. And again, let's roll it back. And roll that forward. Good. Relax our arms, relax those shoulders down. Let's drop our chin down towards our chest. As we do that, think about our shoulders staying away from our ears. So maybe even having to think about pulling those shoulders away from those ears. Or if you want to have gravity do some work too, you can let your arms dangle off to the side. But our chin's going down to that chest, and then let's go ahead and lift our head up to center and take our eyes to the ceiling. And then go ahead and drop that chin back down to chest. And take our eyes to the sky. And chin down to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin down to chest. And eyes to sky. Good, let's bring that head back to neutral. Let's look over to the right. Look to the right, let's think about chin going to shoulder, not shoulder coming to the chin. Really stretching through that left side of the neck. And then let's look to the left. Same thing, chin going to shoulder. And let's look to the right again, chin to shoulder. And look to the left, chin to shoulder. And back to center, roll shoulders back. And roll that forward. Dropping our chin down to chest, let's do some half neck circles. So let's take that right ear towards the right shoulder. Then chin down to chest and left ear towards the left shoulder. And taking that from side to side. Good. Just nice rolls, but still sitting up nice and tall. So that means you might need to pull that belly in. Oh, yeah. And then let's go ahead, drop that chin back down to chest. Lift our head up to center again. Roll those shoulders back again. And then go ahead and roll that forward again. Good. Let's shake out those arms and we'll do a few sun breaths here. So let's inhale, sweep our arms up nice and big. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep it up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep it up. This time as we exhale, let's go ahead and drop our left hand to our right thigh. And right hand can either come to the side of the chair, back of the chair, or the back of your back of the chair. The back of the back of the chair. Just a little spinal twist here. Little baby twist to start this off. Oh yeah. And bring that back to center. Deep breath up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep it up. And let's do that little twist on the other side. So dropping right hand to the left thigh, left hand either to the side of the chair, back of the chair, or top back of the chair, back of the chair. And twist here and breathe. And bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep those arms up. And exhale it out. Inhale and sweep. Let's do that twist again. So left hand to right thigh and reaching for the back this time. So we're doing a little deeper twist this time. Breathing in this twist. And bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep. Exhale. And then let's inhale and twist it to the other side. So go ahead and twist to the left. Oh, yeah. And deep breath here. And bring that back to center. Good. Now let's go ahead and take our legs over to the right. Let's put our legs over to the right side. Let's lengthen up through our arms, through our torso, and then let's take our hands and reach for the back of our chair. And let's use, my favorite. Let's use the leverage of the back of the chair to twist. So sit up super tall, lengthen up through that spine, up through the head, and use those hands to twist. And let's breathe this here. Inhale deeply. And exhale it out. And again, inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Let's do one more breath in this deep twist. Inhale it here. And exhale it out. Good, let's bring this back to center. And then let's go ahead and switch. And stay here for a second. I'm gonna let it out. Legs over to the left. Let's lengthen up through those arms. Take our hands reach for the back of the chair. Oh, yeah. And use that back of the chair as leverage to twist that. Oh, just stretch through that low back, mid back, upper back, up in those shoulders. Let's do 3 breaths here. Let's inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And again, inhale it nice and deep. And exhale it out. And one more time. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Good. Bring those arms back up. And then release that down. Bring ourselves back to center. Scoot ourselves forward, almost like to the front of your chair. And let's take our hands, palms facing in or fingers facing inwards. And let's go ahead and do a cat and cow seated right here. So we're going to round our spine, take our chin towards our chest. We've got those elbows nice and bent. And then we're going to open this up. Oh, open that chest. So let's round that spine, inhale. And open it up, exhale. And round that, inhale. And open it, exhale. And round it. And open. Good, release that, release those arms. Now we're gonna do it with our arms behind us to open up that chest even more. So let's inhale and sweep our arms up. As we exhale, we're either gonna clasp our hands behind us, you're gonna reach for the chair, or if you've got really tight shoulders, always feel free to use a strap so you can hold on to something to keep your hands behind you. So we've got our chest open, arms are behind us, up nice and tall. Drop our chin down towards our chest. Lift our head to center. Look over to the right. Look over to the left. And back to center. And let's shake that out. Good. Very nice. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep it up. Let's clasp our hands behind us again. So either reaching for the back of the chair, clasping those hands, or holding your strap or a towel. Let's open up that chest again. Good, and let's drop our chin back down towards our chest. Lift that head center. Look to the right. Look to the left. And head back to center. Very nice. And release that, shake that out. Good, let's take our arms out to the side and give ourselves a nice big hug. So we've got our right arm over our left arm. So right arm is on top. Give ourselves a nice big hug. And elbows are gonna kind of go down towards your thighs. So sitting this up nice and tall, nice big hug. And then let's open that up and other arm on top. And again, nice big hug, elbows down. Very nice, and open that up. And then go ahead and release that down, roll those shoulders and roll that forward. Let's grab our blocks and place your blocks where you want them for our seated sun salutations. And you can even scoot yourself back just a little bit if you want. Got our blocks where we want them for our seated sun salutations. Let's sit ourselves up nice and tall. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up. And then let's exhale, dive it down and over. Let the chest rest on the thighs. Now, if that is not possible, if your hip flexors are very tight or if it hurts your low back or back, feel free to grab I'm pointing at my pillow over here, grab a pillow or some blankets or rolled up mat, and you can have that resting on your thighs so that there's space between your belly and your thighs. But we've got our nice forward fold right here. Let's inhale, lengthen through that spine. So hands are right there on our blocks. Oh yeah, that feels good. If you're not using blocks, your hands can be on your shins, or if you've got that, if you're very flexible, you can have your fingers on the floor. Got it right here. I'm very thankful for my blocks. And then release this forward fold, relax that head and neck. Let's inhale, lengthen through that spine again. And exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up big. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Let's hold this here. You can exhale while we're holding. So holding with our nice long arms, nice long spine. Let's take our right hand, place our right hand, press it into our block. Let's take our left hand onto our lowest rib. So lowest rib, that left waist. And let's twist open. Trying to keep both of our glutes pressed into the chair. That feels very good. And breathe. Wonderful, wonderful spinal twist. Let's go ahead and release this back into that forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Hold this here. While we're holding, while we've got our nice long arms, long spine, you can exhale. Let's press our right hand back into that block again. And this time, let's go ahead and take our left arm and open that up. So we've got a little bit more challenge, mobility challenge here. A little challenge for the shoulder, challenge for the torso. Yeah, I'm feeling that in my upper rib cage. That feels good. Breathing that here. Remembering that breath. That breath helps with that stretch so much. Helps expand and contract. And then go ahead and release the arm down, relax that head and neck. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Hold this here. You can exhale while we're holding. So nice long arms. Let's take our left hand, press our left hand into block. Right hand's going to go to our lowest rib. And let's go ahead and do a spinal twist open to the right. And breathe. And then release this into that forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Hold this here. Let's go ahead and press our left hand back into that block. And this time a little bit more mobility, a little bit more opening to the right, and breathe. And then release that. Good. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. With our hands to heart in this prayer, sitting up nice and tall. So sit up even taller, lengthen up through that neck. Inhale here. As we exhale, let's go ahead and hinge at the hips and twist it to the left. So that right tricep, right elbow is trying to get over to that left thigh. And a deeper spinal twist here. But now we're also adding in a shoulder stretch and a tricep stretch. Lots of stretch. And breathe. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the arms. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's hold this here. Sit this up even taller. So you might need a twist or lengthen up through the spine. And let's inhale here. As we exhale, let's go ahead and hinge this deeply and then twist it to the right. So now that left elbow, left tricep is trying to get over to that right thigh. And deep twist. And breathe that. It's one of those days when I appreciate knowing how to breathe deeply because I can feel it. I've got some sore back muscles from a workout yesterday. So this feels very good, doing very deep breathing. Good. Let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. And release our arms to our side. Good. Roll those shoulders back. Now feet right. All right. Now let's go ahead and put our legs. So let's go ahead and scoot ourselves forward and sit it up nice and tall. Sage is going to join us, but probably not for very long. And we're going to go ahead, or maybe for longer. And let's go ahead and bring our legs up, flex through our feet, sitting this up nice and tall. And we're going to find our staff pose. Now, if your back's not having it today, always feel free to, you can sit up against the back of the chair. Otherwise, I challenge you to take yourself away. And then we've got Jake. So hold on. You can release your legs. Give me 1 minute. And then Jake. Oh, Jake. Oh, no. Now we've got our legs back up. And let's find our staff pose. Oh, let's lengthen up through this right here. Good, so we've got our feet nice and flexed. Let's breathe this here. Inhale deeply. And exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. And then release our arms down to our side. Good, sitting it up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and do a hamstring curl and then a leg extension. So we'll bring those legs in. We're going to do this for 8 and then extend. So curl this in and extend. There's 7. Curl this in and extend. There's 6. Curl this in and extend. There's 5. Bring this in and extend. There's 4. Bring this in and extend. There's 3. Curl this in and extend. There's 2. Curl this in and extend. Hold your extension. So hold this here. I know it burns. Go ahead and point those toes. At least it does for me. And flex your feet and point your toes and flex your feet and then release. Good. Shake that out. Now let's sit back up against the back of the chair and let's go ahead and bring our right leg in. So go ahead and bring our right leg in, give this a nice big hug, and that feels really good. Really nice release on that hip and hip flexor. Let's take our left arm, wrap it around that right arm, and let's go ahead and do a twist to the right. And yeah, that feels good too. Feels good all around. Good, and then let's go ahead and twist it towards the inside. And I like to take my elbow to the inside of my thigh and then kind of push just a little bit away to get more of a deeper stretch for that hip flexor. And then let's bring it to center. Let's do our piriformis stretch, our figure 4 stretch. Let's take that ankle. I have to talk myself into it. Let's take that ankle, place it onto the thigh, and sit it up tall and begin to hinge ourselves forward. So going forward as much as you can before your shoulders start to round. Let's hinge that forward. Goodness gracious. And then we're going to go ahead and add in our breathing. So you can scoot way back up against the back of your chair. Sit this up nice and tall. Let's inhale it here. As we exhale, let's hinge it forward. And then inhale it up tall. And exhale and hinge. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale and hinge. And maybe with every hinge that you've been able to do with that breath, you might be able to be getting deeper and deeper and deeper into that stretch. Oh, yeah. And then let's release that. Good. Let's take it into half shoelace. So let's go ahead and take that right heel to the corner, the left corner of the chair. So we've got our nice half shoelace here. Let's wrap our left arm back around that right leg and then twist it. Oh, so now we're getting more of a hip focus here and then glute medius, glute maximus. And then let's go ahead and stretch towards the inside. And then bring that back to center. Good. Let's go ahead and release this. And we're going to go into staff pose again. So scoot yourself forward a little bit. Let's take our legs up nice and strong. Flex through our feet. Lengthen up through our arms. Let's go 3 breaths here. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. And again, inhale deep. And exhale it out. And inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Release our arms down. Hamstring curl, leg extension. Let's go for 8. So flexing through our feet, let's go for 8 and extend. Here's 7 and extend. Here's 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. It's 4 and extend. 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last one, we're going to extend and hold. Hold it. Go ahead and point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex those feet. And good job. All right, we can sit back up against the back of the chair again. And this time, let's bring our left leg in. Why does that feel so good? Bring that in, give it a nice big hug. Hug, hug, hug. Take our right arm, let's wrap that around our left leg. Twist it. And breathe. And then let's go ahead and twist it towards the inside. And center. And the best one, your foremost. Sit that up tall and begin to hinge. So finding your hinge right before your shoulders start to round. And then sit it up tall. So let's sit it up against the back of the chair and add in our breathing. Let's inhale it here. Exhale. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Let's do one more time. Inhale it up really tall. And exhale, hinge it forward. And then release that. Good. Let's take ourselves over to the left side of our chair. And let's give our right leg, that left side of the chair, scoot this forward a little bit, and then let's take our left leg behind us, and we'll go into our supported crescent first. So we've got our back heel lifted, wonderful supported crescent, nice 90-degree on our front leg. So 90-degree means that knee's right over the ankle. And then let's lift this up. Oh, so many places that this is stretching. Not holding our breath, but breathing smoothly, feeling that hip flexor stretch, back leg is stretched. Pressing through our heel. So if you really press through that heel, you can get a good calf stretch here. Let's drop our right arm down, reach over with the left. And then let's take both of our hands just right there to our hips and give ourselves a little bit of a twist towards the left. Very good. And bring that back to center. Let's bring our right leg up onto the seat of the chair. Take our left leg off to the side. And let's lengthen up through our arms. So now we are center. And now we're getting more of an inner thigh stretch. So let's reach up through this. Let's go ahead and take our right hand. Let's drop it again. So dropping that to the side of the chair again. Lengthen through that left arm from those fingers all the way down to the feet, the toes, blade of the foot. Good long stretch here. And then let's go ahead and windmill that arm to the back of the thigh. Reach that right arm over. So good. And then let's release that. Let's turn this so that we can go into our, why am I thinking squirrel? Pigeon, our pigeon, modified pigeon, like squirrel pose. No, pigeon. Lengthen up through this. Reach up through those arms. Oh, you can even get that slight back bend here if that feels good for you. And then let's add in that forward fold. So your forward fold is either on those hands or moving down to those elbows or folded over. I like to use a block on the floor. You don't have to. You can have your, if your hip lets you, if you've got the flexibility, then go all the way over. You put your hands on the floor, whatever works for you. But remembering to breathe, to use that deep breath, that will help expand and open up those tight places. Good. Let's lengthen back up through this. Reach back up through those arms. Oh, feels wonderful. Very nice. Let's do our forward fold one more time. So maybe if you were on your hands, maybe you can fold a little bit further this time. Or maybe if you're on your elbows, maybe you can go forward even more. Or maybe not, just depending on where you want to go. And breathe. Good, let's lengthen back up through this. So reach back up through that nice and tall. And then let's release our arms. Let's get our legs ready for our warrior legs. So we'll go into some supported warriors. So we've got our nice, proud warrior legs, our warrior 2. We've got our 90-degree off to the right. We've got our left leg. It's nice and straight off to the back. And then we've got our foot slightly inwards. So on toe, slightly inwards. Got our nice strong warrior legs. And now let's add in those strong warrior 2 arms. Wonderful supported warrior. Breathing in this. Face is relaxed, but everything else is engaged and working here. Let's drop our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Reach up through this peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. And then let's take to side angle. So let's take our arm, right arm goes to our right thigh, left arm comes right by our face, and that bicep can rest right on that temple, right by the forehead. And breathe. And then back into that proud warrior. Relaxed face, but everything else is strong here. And then release. Good. Let's take ourselves over to the other side. So let's go into that nice supported crescent on the right side. We've got our leg in front. Left leg is in front, right leg is behind. Oh, that feels so good on our right leg, especially that hip. Press our back heel in, or just press that back heel so that you can get that nice calf stretch. Got the wonderful crescent. Our heel is lifted. Toes are on the floor. Let's reach up through our arms. Good. Let's take our left hand to the left side of the chair and reach over. And breathe. And then let's take those hands and let's take them to our hips. Little twist. Little twist. And bring that to center. Let's take our right leg, bring that up onto the chair, or left leg, not your right one. You already did it. And right leg goes off to the side, left leg's up on that chair. Let's lengthen up through our arms. Oh, that feels good. And then let's go ahead and take our left hand again to the left side of the chair and reach. Nice long line. From our fingers, my right hip. I do not know what it is. It always cramps when I do that. Reach that over. And then let's go ahead and windmill that and reach that over. Oh, good stretch and breathe. And then let's prepare for pigeon. So let's go ahead and take ourselves, turn ourselves, hips, keep our back heel lifted, back leg is active, reach up through our arms, up through our torso. Very good. Maybe a slight back bend. And then let's forward fold it. So on your hands, on your elbows are all the way forward. And remember, we're working on balance here. So if you had yourself on your hands or elbows or all the way forward fold on the other side, try and do the same thing on this side. You want to work on balancing those sides, having the same amount of strength, the same amount of flexibility on both sides of the body. That helps prevent injury big time. Our back heel lifted, toes pressed into the floor so that back foot is active, back leg is active, not falling asleep here. Breathing, expanding and contracting. And then let's go ahead and lengthen ourselves back up, reach back up through those arms. Get that little back bend if you want, again. And then forward fold it one more time and maybe go deeper this time if you want. That's your option. And breathe. And let's go and bring ourselves up. Let's take our leg, left leg off to the side and find our warrior legs on this other side. So our left leg is that nice 90 degree. Right leg is nice and straight, but our foot is in. And we've got our arms out, and let's find that strong, supported warrior. Good. Face is relaxed, but everything else is active and working here. So very strong. Strong arms, strong legs, strong torso, strong neck. Good, let's go reverse warrior. So drop our back arm, take our palm up. Peaceful warrior, breathe into this. From here, let's go side angle pose. So let's take that left arm to that left thigh. Right arm comes over and let that right bicep just rest on the temple from the side of the forehead. And breathe. And then let's bring ourselves back up. Proud warrior. Again, super strong. Relaxed face, but everything else is working here. And then release that. Let's do that inner thigh opener. So let's scoot it forward, take our blocks to the inside of our feet. Got our legs nice and wide. Let's go and take our right hand to that right block and let's spinal twist it open and breathe. And then let's go ahead and switch. So let's take our left hand to our block. Right hand is going to open. And then release. Both hands to blocks. We've got our legs nice and wide. You can move your feet in so you can get a little bit more stability. We've got our hands on our blocks. We've got our feet wide. we're going to lift our glutes up off of our chair in a wide-legged forward fold. So let's press our feet into the floor, press our hands into our blocks, lift our glutes up off the chair. Oh, that is a good stretch for those hamstrings, for those inner thighs. A nice wide leg forward fold, but you haven't moved. You've only lengthened. You've only brought your glutes up off the chair because we're going to sit back down in that chair. So take those glutes back down and sit it up tall. And then go ahead and hinge that forward again. Hands back to blocks. Lift our glutes up off of the chairs. Nice straight leg forward fold, or wide leg forward fold. And then go ahead and drop back down, sitting there, and up tall again. One more time. Hinge this forward. Lift those glutes up off the chair. Oh, nice wide leg forward fold. And then go ahead and take a seat again. This time, let's go ahead and bring our legs together so that they're narrow. We've got our blocks, and we're going to go bring our blocks forward. Press our feet into the floor, and let's go ahead and go into a regular standing forward fold. Let's lift our glutes up off of the chair. Nice regular standing forward fold. Feet are together, or they don't have to be touching or anything like that, but feet are close. Just a narrow stance. Relax that head and neck. Hands are right there on those blocks. Let's go tabletop. So let's inhale, flatten our back. Look forward. Oh, enjoy that tabletop. Kind of press those glutes away so you're lengthening now through the spine, through the hamstrings. Release that forward fold. Relax. Let's inhale it again. Lengthen. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale, lengthen through that. And then head's been low. So we're going to take it nice and slow as we do our big breath up. Let's take it up to a nice tall mountain. So nice and slow, inhale and sweep our arms up. Tall mountain, reach up through our arms. Practice those arms back as we exhale. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Good, relax that head. Inhale, sweep our arms up nice and big. Tall mountain. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. And this time stay standing, and we're going to just release our arms to our sides. Good. Let's take the chair, turn that around. Let's go into a modified downward facing dog. So got our hands on the back of the chair. Let's walk those legs out. Let's flatten through our spine. So let's find a nice flat table. Plant our toes, plant our heels. And then once everything's planted, hands are planted, feet are planted, let that head and neck and chest sink towards the floor. Oh, get that armpit stretch, chest stretch, back stretch, upper back stretch. This is a really good one because sometimes those shoulders and that upper back, that neck can be just tight. So allowing gravity to do some work here to let that head fall between the shoulders can really help with mobility there, help open that up. Very good. And then holding onto the back of that chair, let's go ahead and round our backs a little bit. So that might mean taking your chin to your chest. And then flatten out through that back. And then go ahead and round that spine again. And flatten out through that back. Oh, very good. Very good. So bring yourself up. Let's turn that chair around. Let's do a little hip flexor. And then we'll take ourselves down onto the floor. So let's take our right leg up onto the chair. Left leg behind us. Press our left heel into the floor. And let's hinge into this. If you want, you can take your shoulder to the inside of that leg, or you can just have your hands up on the back of the chair. But allowing yourself that really, really good, oh yeah, hip stretch. Wonderful. Also that really good calf stretch for that straight leg, that leg that's on the ground. And breathe. Good, let's shift our weight back. Heel is on that chair and hamstring stretch on that right side. And then bring it up and let's take it to the other side. Let's go ahead and bring our left leg up and bring that forward. Press our right heel into the floor and find that wonderful hip stretch right here. And if on the other side, if you were able to get your shoulder to the inside of your thigh or you're working towards it, do the same thing on this side. It's very tempting for me to be like, nope, I don't want to. Yes, it's very important that we work on that balance, because again, that prevents injury. If you've got the same amount of strength, flexibility on both sides of your body, oh, it just takes that getting an injury and almost to like nothing. But keeping it here and breathing. And then let's go ahead and shift our weight, stretch through the hamstring. Very nice. And then release that. Good. Let's take it down onto our backs and let's go into our supported shoulder stand. And you want to grab your strap as well, and then whatever you need for final relaxation. And then you'll need a block too, if you use blocks to support you for your shoulder stand. So when you're ready, take yourself down onto the floor. Let's scoot ourselves close to the chair. Take our legs up onto the chair. There we go. Oh, that's good. And then once those legs are up on the chair, once they're supported, take your block or pillows, whatever you use, and let's take it right underneath our sacrum, right underneath that belt area. So right there. And if the edges of the block bother you, always feel free to use a blanket over your block if the edges of the block like hurt your back at any point. So we've got our sacrum nice and supported. That helps a little bit with the leverage. It helps a little bit with lifting those legs up. And let's go ahead and take our arms out to our sides, our palms facing up. And let's go into our supported shoulder stand, lifting that up. So we'll lift our legs up. And if you ever need to, if you're ever having an injury or not, just a tough day, you can always do one leg at a time. Or you can always have your legs up on just on the chair, supported by the chair. That's still inversion. It's still, your legs are still a little bit higher. They're up higher than your heart. And that's what we're going for, just to help with that circulation. Remembering to breathe while we are enjoying our legs being higher, enjoying that inversion. You can do whatever you want with your legs in the air. You can roll those ankles, you can point and flex those feet, whatever you want. And breathe. And then one leg at a time. Let's go ahead and release that. Just for a moment, we're going to do it again. This time, let's go ahead and take our hands have been facing up. Now let's take our palms and face them down. So let's rotate those shoulders closed. Or if you want, you can even rotate them down and place your hands onto your belly. So, because hey, they're rotated closed. That's what we're going for, is rotating those hands down. I'm gonna put on my belly. And then once you're ready, let's lift those legs back up into the air, back up into that wonderful inversion, supported shoulder stand. Almost plow. If you want to work those legs down towards your chest, you can do that too. Again, you can play around with this. That's what having the legs in the air, that's one of those, it's a playful pose because you can play around with it. Especially when you're as supported as we are, because we've got that block. We've got the chair close to us. We're in a very safe space, so you can play around and you're not gonna break anything. And breathe. And then let's go ahead and release one leg and release the other leg. Ah, wonderful. Good. And then let's go ahead and take our block out from underneath us. We can scoot that chair away. Grab what you need for final relaxation, but let's scoot our bodies back to with our knees bent. And let's go ahead, take both of our knees, bring them up, and let's drop both of our knees over to the right. So taking our knees over to the right, and we're gonna take our hands and we're gonna close our hands on top of each other, one on top of the other, and then we're going to open that all the way up and look to the left. That feels so good. Oh, let's close that again. And then open that up all the way. Good, let's close that. Let's inhale here. And exhale. Good. And then release that. Let's take those bent knees to the center, drop them over to the other side, so over to the left. And then let's do the same thing with the hands on this side. So let's close the hands off. I think of like Pac-Man. And then let's open this up, except, is that like full? Pac-Man will be all the way opened up. Oh. Let's inhale, close this. And exhale, open. One more time, let's inhale, close. And exhale, open. And then we can release that, and let's move into final relaxation. So if you've got that eye pillow, regular pillow, blanket, whatever you use for final relaxation, you can put that over your eyes, over your body, whatever you're using. And let's lengthen through our arms towards one end of the room, reach through our feet towards the other, lower back, lift it up. Off of the floor. If you've got an excess yawn like I just had, get that out there. That feels good in relaxation too. So we're lengthening, adding an inch or two to our height right here, reaching through that. Inhale deeply. As we exhale, let's go ahead and begin to relax, settle, sink, let those feet all open. And give yourself a moment to let everything kind of melt. Relax your jaw, relax your face, release your eyes, relax your forehead, relax your scalp, your whole body. And very slowly, still relaxing. Let's bend our knees. And tuck that tailbone under to let that low back kind of flatten into the floor. Drop both of our knees over to your most comfortable side. Take yourself onto your side. Breath or two here. And very slowly, let's begin to press ourselves up. Bring ourselves up into a very strong seated pose, whatever that looks like for you. It can be simple cross leg, it can be sitting on those heels, lengthening up through our spine, lifting up through the head. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our palms together and exhale, eyes follow our fingers, take our chin to chest. Lift our head center, take fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. And take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply and exhale. And one more time, big cleansing inhale. And a big cleansing exhale. And have a blessed rest of your day, and we'll see you